Hey everybody, it's Casey, and today I wanted to discuss something that's not about what we put in our mouth, but what we put on our bodies and how it affects our health. So our topic of the day is hygiene habits. Are they helping or hurting your health? Because oftentimes we get very focused on what we're eating and how much we're exercising, and that's our whole plan for wellness, and we don't realize that we are shooting ourselves in the foot by some of the health choices we're making with things that we're putting on our bodies. So I want to run through kind of the basis of it. So let's start at the foundation, which is our largest organ, and that is our skin. So everything that goes onto our skin has an effect on it. And the thing that's very interesting is our skin has what's called different microbiomes. So those are basically, in layman's terms, it's like little areas of your body that contain certain colonies of bacteria. And most of the time when we hear that, we're kind of like, "Ugh, bacteria, that sounds nasty. I don't want any of that on me." But in reality, we actually do, because there are hundreds, if not thousands, of good bacterias that help to fight off infection and other things that come onto our skin and that we come into contact with. So let's start with our hands, for instance. Obviously, keeping our hands washed is one of the best ways to keep down sickness, flus, colds, you name it. But if we're using hand wash that is, let's say, antibacterial, we are actually wiping out 100% of all bugs, good and bad, on our hands. So what that means is we've stripped all of our good nutrients or good bacterias from our skin, and so our body actually has no defense at all. So you're literally open to anything. So then by you using that antibacterial, stuff, and then going out and touching something, touching a doorknob or touching this or that, you're receiving now all of those germs full bore. So sorry about the sun. Let me fix this real quick. Okay, so anyways, it's really important that you don't kill those bacteria. They're so needy for your health. So instead of using an antibacterial soap, use a regular soap that doesn't have a myriad of perfumes and dyes and chemicals and nothing that's antibacterial, because you'll get the bad bacteria off by using a regular soap. You're not doing surgery, so there's no reason for you to be totally sterile, okay? So then moving on beyond that, like when we take a shower, the soap that we use on our bodies has a massive effect on our total immune system, because all of our body is covered in pores, and those pores, once we strip our body of any of those healthy bacteria and then we open up those pores through the heat of the shower, we now are fully available for any foreign invader to be like, "Whoa, sweet, I get to segue right into that pore and make whatever happen," whether it be bacteria coming in and creating, acne. There's so many different things that can happen with our skin. And so our skin is a big indication of our overall health. If our skin is suffering, we're suffering internally, and it's probably because of something that we're putting on our bodies and we don't even realize it. So it's very important that you take the time to choose good, healthy options when you're buying soap for your body, for your hands, for your skin. I personally use Dr. Bronner's. It's a very basic, it's such a good and healthy soap that you can actually even brush your teeth with it. You can wash your hair with it. You can put it all over your body, and it's not going to kill the good bacterias. So just that's an option, but there's many of them. You can make your own. So just check it out. Don't just buy anything. Pretty much if they have a commercial for it, or if you see it in a magazine, don't buy it, because they're marketing it and it's laden with chemicals. And those chemicals, not only do they set your immune system up for failure, but they actually are endocrine disruptors, which means that they affect our growth. They affect our hormones. They affect a growing baby. It's pretty scary how influential those endocrine disruptors can be. So the next area I want to talk about is mouth hygiene. So when we're getting ready to clean our teeth, a lot of people are like, "Gosh, I always use, mouthwash, and I brush my teeth, 2 to 3 times a day because I don't want to have bad breath." So let me give you a little clue. If you have bad breath, that's actually a major indication that you do not have phenomenal oral hygiene, because bad breath is because of an overgrowth of bad bugs. And by you continuing to use that mouthwash that destroys everything, you're then exposed to anything that comes your way. You don't have any healthy protectors. We want to have those bacteria, you guys. We want them in our mouth. We want them on our skin. We want them all over, because those healthy bacteria are like a little army that's going to protect you when the bad guys come in. And it's like, wait a minute, you don't belong here. There's more of us than you. We're going to crowd you out. You're done. So it's very important that we don't kill all those good guys. We need them. They're extremely vital for our overall health. And if we are keeping our health in check by eating well and exercising and getting plenty of rest, you will not have bad breath. I'm telling you. I'm not saying your breath when you wake up in the morning is going to be like, oh, that's heavenly. I just want to breathe it in. But I'm saying your bad breath will completely go away when you get your health and your gut in check. You won't have it anymore. Bad breath is an absolute indication of poor health. Next topic. We all don't want to smell. Nobody wants to be smelly. So what do? We use antiperspirant or deodorant under our pits. So let's discover the world of antiperspirants. Think about the word anti-perspire. It's to stop you from sweating. Our sweat is a phenomenal tool for so many reasons, because our sweat cools our body. It also lets out toxins. It's one of the fastest, most natural ways to detox the body quickly is to sweat it out. So if we are not perspiring because we have put this layer over all of these lymph nodes that are underneath our armpit that are helping filter out toxins in our body, we're literally putting like a coat of paint over something that it's sealing everything up. So those pores can't breathe. They're totally like trapped. So you can get things like ingrown hairs. You'll have smells happening more than ever. And you're going to keep having to use your sometimes you have to use it more than once in a day. And again, if you have bad odor coming from your armpits, it's one of two indications. One, you're either detoxing and your body, because honestly, we come into toxins all the time, whether it's through food, through things we breathe, through things we touch, places we go. So we come into contact with these toxins. So we're always going to have a little form of detox happening, which is why it's so good for us to sweat. That's why exercise and sweating is so phenomenal. It's just really good for us. But if we never sweat and we keep those toxins trapped in, we can't let anything out, and we start to get those lymph nodes underneath our body, underneath our armpits, clogged up. And that's one of the fastest ways to get a breast cancer. It's really terrible to plug those pores. So we don't want to do that. And so many people say, but natural deodorants don't work. I've tried them. It's because you're not eating healthy. It's because the things that you're putting on your body is disrupting all of your endocrine. You don't have the protection. If you started taking care of yourself and being diligent about your food choices, about your exercise, your water intake, and your sleep, I absolutely guarantee you the natural deodorants would work, and or you wouldn't need them. In fact, most of the time, I can completely go without them now. On days that I know I'm going to do heavy exercise, I do put on a natural deodorant. Deodorant is very different than an antiperspirant, because a deodorant just gives you some fragrance and it helps to cover any not so pleasant pheromone that's coming out. But it doesn't plug the pores. And that's what we want to do. We want to keep those pores available and open so that they can let out whatever crap needs to go out of our bodies. So the next time you go to buy a deodorant, please buy a deodorant, not an antiperspirant. And again, start checking in with your body. Check in with your spouse or your significant other, whoever, and ask them, like, I want you to see if you can start to see a difference in my body odor. Like, has it improved? Has it gotten worse? What's going on? And just know this too. As you're releasing all these toxins and you're changing from these terrible choices that you've been making for what you're putting in and on your skin, you're going to have some massive detox. So at first you might be more stinky to get all of the crap out before your body can start running naturally. But all I'm saying is it's not you're only going to get worse if you continue to do the antiperspirants. You're only going to get worse if you continue to do the mouthwashes and all these things that just kill, and the antibacterial soaps, they kill everything. We don't want that. Okay. So I really encourage you, start looking at the labels of the things that you buy. One good resource that you can use is EWG.com. They actually have a page with over 100,000 tested products that they can tell you how toxic on a carcinogenic level they are. So you can see, like, is this from 0 to 10, how toxic is this for my body? And it's really interesting. Take the stuff that you're currently using. Take your deodorant, your soap, your shampoo, whatever it is that you're using, and put it in there and see what the toxicity level is. You might be really floored at what you've been doing to your body. and then try to make a better choice. And there are so many better choices. I mean, the thing that's awesome is nowadays there are so many natural products, but you still have to look at the label, because some people are still going after the money making aspect, and they just want to make you think that it's a healthy natural choice when it's just another version of crap. So look it up, check out the label, and type it into that EWG and see where it comes up on that scale. So again, let's talk about other things that we do. Females more than males in this category: makeup and hair. So when we do things like we put makeup on, they say that in 1 year, the average woman ingests through her pores more than 5 pounds of toxic chemicals through the makeup that she's putting on. And that's disturbing on so many levels. Not to mention, girls, we already have hormones that we're contending with on a daily basis. And if we do things that are disrupting those hormones, we're going to just feel out of control all the time. You're going to feel like, I can't get control of my acne. I can't get control of my oily skin or my super dry skin or my psoriasis or my eczema or whatever you got going on. All of those, again, it's your body screaming, I have a problem. Like, I'm not okay. And you have to listen to it and go, I'm not taking care of it correctly. I have to do something different. And so you really have to examine every single thing that you not only put in your mouth, but that you put on your body. Things like hair dye and different chemical processes that we do to our hair. They can be very, very disrupting on our body. Even like fingernail polish. It's another huge one. And ladies, especially if you're pregnant, I urge you heavily, make a choice to get a non-toxic fingernail polish, because that fingernail polish that makes your fingers and toes look so very cute actually can affect the growth of your child and give birth defects. It's very scary how powerful those toxins are. And the great thing is there are companies now. There's several companies that make really good non-toxic formulas of nail polish. So you can still have your nails pretty. You just can't buy the crappy ones. So my challenge to you is this. Go into your bathroom, into your shower, into your makeup bag, and start checking in on what you've been doing to your body and seeing if you can start making better choices, or if you're making good choices. That's awesome. But I just want everybody to know it's not always just about what we put in our tummy. It's so much what we put on our bodies that can really have a massive effect on our health. So check out your hygiene habits and see if they are making you healthier or if they're hurting your health. If you have further questions, please put them in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel and give this a thumbs up. Thanks, guys.